Hey, this is Pastor Dave, and this is your Monday Mojo. Hope you had a great Mother's Day weekend. So, I'd like to introduce you to somebody that's new to the Buckner home. Her name is Stormy. Stormy is a rescue dog, and she is, we believe, a Bernese Mountain Dog, kind of dog I've always wanted. And we actually got her from a shelter, and she's been with us for about a week now, and she gets to go see the vet tomorrow to find out a little bit more. But she's with us, and we're teaching her. She's learning. She's a little skittish, but anyway, we have a lot of fun, and she's part of the household now. We go for walks and all that. But the other night we were going for a walk, and as we were heading down our court here in the neighborhood, a young lady walked up to us, and you could tell that she was just a little sad. And she said, "Excuse me, have you guys seen a cat while you were out walking?" And we said, "Well, we just started walking." She said, "Is it yours?" She said, "Yeah, it's out, it's lost, it's black and it's white." And we said, "No, we didn't see it, but we'll keep an eye out for it." So we started walking a little bit further, and we both thought to each other, let's kind of make a short loop around here so that we can help look for this cat. So we walked in the area where she lived and in an area around there looking for the cat, trying to be helpful to her. It got me thinking. Jesus uses a word when he talks about people that are far from God that would not be considered very awakened today. He uses the word lost. He said that people who are far from God, walking away from God, doing their own thing, are lost. And he actually said, "I've come to find the lost." That's who I'm here to try and find. And I got to thinking as we were walking, I don't know if that young lady knew that as she shared with us her sadness and concern about her lost cat, that we would pick that up and that we would actually be looking for that lost cat as well. And that got me thinking even further. I remember when I was a kid and I was younger and I heard people talk about grandmas who were praying for their sons and daughters and for their grandsons and granddaughters, that they might come to know Jesus, that they were lost and that they were living a life that was far from God, and they would pray that they would be found, and they would pray that somebody somewhere would be looking with them for their lost granddaughter or grandson. And I know this is the third time I'm saying this, but that got me thinking even further. You and I might be somebody's heartfelt answer to a prayer that they're looking for their lost loved one. And just like that young lady might not have even understood that we were willing to take that up and look with her, there are people that come into our lives that we have this light, we have this joy, we have this hope, we have this Christ, and we get to share that with them. And we might be joining in the search, and the person praying for them doesn't even know that we've joined. But God does. God does. I remember years ago I heard a man say that there's those three parables in Luke chapter 15. The one that's probably the most famous is the parable of the prodigal son. But he said in each one of those parables, the parable of the lost sheep, the parable of the lost coin, and the parable of the lost son, he said this: something that mattered deeply, that was richly treasured, was lost, and it mattered. And so as we were walking, Stormy, as that young lady said, "Would you help me look for my cat?" I believe God's saying to us, would you help me look for people who are lost, because they matter a lot to me. Anyway, that's your Monday Mojo. Hope you have a great week.